YouTube, welcome back. Forbidden Tryhard. This is going to be the defensive route, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I have Resolve instead, and I actually opted out of Conqueror and got... No, opted out of Lethal Tempo and went Conqueror instead because Akali... I can't really auto-attack that champion, so there ain't really much I can do with Lethal Tempo against this, so I may as well change that up to Conqueror. The AD would be a bit more helpful. But in terms of what I have in Resolve, I avoided whatever was in the second row, and I went actually to the top row and got Demolish. I know the focus isn't to split push and get the towers, but I have a feeling that it still might be a good option because after you get a kill, you can easily get a plating. So that's my way of thinking, and we'll see how this game goes, and see if we can forge some kind of kill here. Okay, I hit my Q on the Akali, and she's looking to kill me. Okay, she's doing this and that. Okay, she runs away. I flash. Why did my auto attack cancel? You know, I remember in the game I pressed W and it didn't go off, and my auto attack also didn't go off. Honestly speaking, this should have been a one. What? But how does that happen? It's very strange to me. Because when I played the game, I could swear this mistake. We still ended up killing her, but I don't think it should have been this way. Lee Sin is here. Another thing not making sense. Okay, first things first, my auto attack doesn't go on the Akali. My W doesn't even activate when I pressed it. And last but not least, Lee Sin, him killing me wasn't even supposed to happen because when I pull him, he's supposed to push back a little further, but instead he didn't, and that's a bit of a bug. It's unfortunate, but these aren't things that I'm like, oh, I could have improved, because they're things that not even supposed to happen and not happen as intended, if that makes any sense. It's only something people who play a lot of Darius would understand. It's not the average Darius player, I'd say. So it's kind of unfortunate. But overall, we're 1-on-1, and we're still even somewhat. One mistake I do think I made was I rushed Tavis into Akali. That was a bit horrible. Okay, I'm getting near the tower. She just turns over 6. She could kill me right here. I landed my Q. I do an auto attack. I E auto. I could argue about the mechanical errors in this fight, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking more on I bought the wrong item first. It was autopilot. But I do get, but I now fix it by buying some magic resist, because I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna rush Force of Nature. Seeing as this our only magic resist item that we can buy in this match, and I'm laning against it, I may as well. Now, the real question is, what should I be buying second? Is it going to be the Trinity Force, or is it going to be the Sterex Gauge? I'm not 100% sure between the two. It's very iffy. She's spacing very well. I mean, it's not that difficult to do as a Kali. You just have to stay out of E reach and press your Q. If anything, you press E, you press your Shroud. It's very easy to play outside my range. Your abilities function in that way. So, plus if you land your Q, your next auto attack gains bonus range. So, spacing is literally Akali's feature. Okay, I knew it because the moment I saw, did she die? I don't think she dies. No, she doesn't die. but I knew it from the minion that I was trying to go for. She was going to engage on me on that one, which is why I was like, okay, I have to back off here. So, fortunately, I was just out of tower range. No, I was just in tower range, so I was mostly fine. But this is all stemming from not buying the right items. Okay, I did engage on her. Now, I need to follow her movement, but she could have went there or went down. But the thing is, this champion has so many options. It's quite annoying. I should have. I should have walked a little further up so that she wouldn't over me. But that's literally how her ultimate works, and I didn't. I didn't respect it. Because I could have prevented it. But I do get a plating. What is she doing? No, she failed. She failed. She lived in everything, and she literally chose to die there. Didn't need to happen, but whatever. In this, okay, so far it's fine. We are ahead. We basically beat her in lane. We're now gonna have to deal with the enemy team, and that team comp does not look good to me. But we finished Force of Nature, and now we go for a longsword. I'm trying to think. What exactly could we go ahead for? Is it better to go Sterak's Gauge or Trinity Force? I mean, Trinity Force does speed things up, but Sterak's second is like very staple as a righteous time to be buying the item. I guess one thing I could have also done is forgo Trinity Force and Sterak's and just go Stridebreaker instead. Go into the Forbidden Velocity route. But I'm not fully. I don't know, man. It's not fully there. But she shouldn't hurt me too much because I do have Force of Nature complete, so we should be fine for now. The matchup between me and her right now is very close. I just need to make sure that. Okay. See, this is good. This is good because it was a good engage. I'm getting my stacks. I hit my Q. She doesn't kill me there simply because I do have the stats to survive. And that's probably the most important thing you want on Darius, because the player who actually can outplay isn't the Darius, it's actually the Akali. She has everything in her kit to outplay you. The only thing you can do is outstat her, which is what I did because I bought Force of Nature. I have the stats to not die to you instantly. Unfortunately, but listen, if it was possible to just do moves, copy moves like her and outplay her, I'd be all for that. But there literally is not much you can do. Your Q is counterable. Your E won't mean too much if she's already under Shroud. Your W, she's gonna be in the Shroud. She has the tools to be the one to outplay. You have to be the one to use the tools to outstat. That's how the dynamic works between Darius and Akali matchup wise. That's what I know, at least. I could be wrong, but this is just my experience. Now, I did take the tower, and I am going for Trinity Force, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm going for Triforce. It might be okay. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Either way works, honestly. I guess I'd survive more damage from if I went Sterak's, but for now we're just gonna do this, and it's fine. It's fine. We just need to see how the game's gonna go. So far, all that's been happening was farming, and I'm just trying to see what I can do to get ahead from Akali, get any gold I can get, dirty farm, all that kind of stuff. And I think I should kill her here unless she manages to escape. Really, she's doing a madness. She's literally escaping. But I do end up killing. In my opinion, I thought that was Senna. If it was Senna, then she would have died, and unfortunately, that's just not how it works because I ended up dying. But in my opinion, what happened was more to do with Akali kiting me so well. I mean, her job is a lot easier than mine. I have to kill her. She has to just buy time, and her kit does that very well. It is a tactic that only works if you have the stronger team, which she does. Thus, it works. But man, I just wish I could like replicate that playstyle as well, where I just have all I have to do is buy time for my team. But we're not ahead by no means. So this is gonna be very strange to play. I literally can't reach anyone. I can't reach the Annie. I'm trying to reach the Senna, but she CCs me. There's a huge problem. There's a huge problem. They are grouping here. Poppy's farming. Reliant Soul is farming. Soraka is not even putting down vision. What are you doing? And Kaisa was doing chickens. There's a difference in game plan between our team and the enemy team. They're gonna do Baron. There's something I just there's so much that I don't understand. There's so much that I don't understand. When I'm alive, you are farming, but when I'm dead, you now feel as if it's the right move to go in and team fight. I don't like this because no, you need to understand from my perspective. If it's a team composition that hey, Darius is alive, let's fight with him instead of farming. This is a completely different story. It's not Darius dies and we lose. No, no, no. If it's a different team that wanted to fight, it could have been a decent 4 versus 4, and they'd be trading kills instead of it just being Darius died. So I don't, as much as I could say I positioned incorrectly, a different team would have changed this outcome like entirely. Instead of having people who are farming, imagine if we had people that just wanted to go for kills and objectives here. I think it's a completely different story, but at the same time, I will take a little bit of accountability because, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't see that my team was of that kind to just farm instead of do anything. I was expecting more damage, but still 2 kills to me. I should be able to afford Sterak's with these 2 kills because he did have a shutdown. Man, this game is very difficult. Senna is playing with fire here because she has no HP, but I think I know what I can do. Okay, as you can see, Annie just moved over here. If I'm not mistaken, and Senna just did this. If she's not going this way, I could potentially... There we go. That's exactly what I should have done. I did the right move. And she gives me the kill. And now I get Sterak's Gauge. We are in a good position here. But the mistakes that I've made... I still have... As much... Like... There's a split decision because I can blame myself, but I can also have the blame put on the team as well for not doing enough as well. So there's blame to go both to me and the team, and that's not something I like. I want more of things I can blame myself for, and not just the team. But I know that a different team would give me a different result. but this is League of Legends. I can't really expect that. Are we getting this dragon? No. 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 It's not happening. Aurelion Sol is about to die. Okay. That was so pointless. But I knew it was bad to like go for a fight there because if I tried to kill the Talon, I'd get ulted and I'd die. Exactly what I'm thinking. The strength, there's a strength difference between our team and their team. Quite a huge one at that. If I'm not, as long as, alright, it's a tough game. I'm not gonna lie, it is a tough game. Poppy did manage to get this one. Oh, she doesn't have Zhonya's. Oh, not yet. Okay. Why is Akali this close anyway? I mean, she can literally do whatever she wants because she's on the stronger team, so it's a bit weird for me. No, I do have I need the death stance, but we need to see how this game goes. I wanted Senna to be a bit closer, but then I realized there's someone I don't see on the map, Lee Sin. And it's me, Lee Sin, and it's me, Poppy, and I get kicked. Unfortunately, I keep getting focused, and I literally cannot live this game. But if Aurelion Sol is here, he could kill all of them, right? This is not good. What was the mistake in that fight? The thing is, I got picked by Lee Sin. I was chosen for death in that team fight. Getting altered and focused whilst Poppy and Kai'Sa were doing nothing. I'm trying to think. I guess mechanically speaking, I could have probably flashed as Lee Sin tried to like insect me. Maybe, but again, a different team would punish him for ulting me instead of ulting the Kai'Sa. Imagine if Kai'Sa was fed. Lee Sin would have died. But he made a good choice because I'm the strongest in my team. Yeah, I can see why this game is very difficult. Damn near impossible to deal with. Alright, so I'm looking for a fight with Akali. She still hasn't used Shroud. Okay, I got this. Now I need to look for her so I can press R, but it's taking way too long and she's afraid. Now here's something I didn't do completely right, but I did just get the death dance. Should be alive. I got the Soraka with me, yeah. Okay, when I was fighting there, I was about to ghost flash, but I didn't have flash, so I ended up just ghosting and queuing. But I guess I could have saved. I mean, I do need a little bit more attention on the map so that I can see that my team are coming to help me. But with a team as weak as this one, I don't really think it would matter all that much. The game is very difficult. Don't get me wrong on that. It's very... it's horrible. It's very hard. But I think there's just maybe a little bit that we can do here. Just... no, they have Ocean Soul as well. They're gonna get Baron if we don't do anything about it. Okay, I got one pull. She's dead. I'll go for the Lee Sin here. He's dead as well, but these are two champions I cannot catch. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, Yeah, nah, there's literally not much else I can do. This is there's just so much problems with this. Not only was I sticking with Soraka, but Poppy is going to Baron. We could go Baron. There's just one huge problem. Both Aurelion Sol and Kaisa, or especially Kaisa, are not in the position to be going to the. This is not a game that is winnable. It just isn't because the stars are literally not aligning, and I don't think they're ever going to align. The game is way too difficult. There's too much going wrong for, and on top of mistakes, it's not. It's very like it's, it's beyond over. He's dead. He's dead. There's nothing we can do. Poppy was going to Baron by herself. Aurelion Sol was in base, and Kaisa was. I'm afraid this game is too difficult to win. Very iffy. But hey, that's what I'm here for. I play League of Legends, and this is League of Legends at its finest. You have to understand the game, and this is literally part of the game. All right, so I did come up with nice little list of things I could look at and change, and probably implement into future games to make it more of a winnable perspective for my games. But let's do it this way. We're going to address every problem in this game, and we're going to come up with solutions. Because here's the thing, I'm done with complaining about the game. I played this game for way too long. I'm over the complaining phase. I'm done with that. Now I need the solutions. Solutions. I'm looking for solutions now. I want solutions. So it's not good enough to just look at the issues. No, what's the solution? So I'd say this game, my judgment by the way, this game, about, I don't know, 70% of it is really issues to do with the team difference. There's a difference in mindset, there's a difference in game plan, and I didn't like it because our team was definitely not in the mindset or have the game plan to be winning that game, whilst their team were really coherent and wanted to do everything that needed to be done for a win. That's problem number one. So it's a team issue. But how do you fix it? Because I told you I'm not with this complaining stuff. I'm throwing that all the way back into season 12 and behind. So what is the fix to this team issue? There is only one thing you can do, and I only learned that recently, and I should have learned that seasons ago. The art of going next. That's all you can do. No more complaining. Just go next. You can't change your team, so just go next and re-roll your team, and that's all you can do. But that was only 70% of the problem. What about the remaining 30%? My mistakes. That's what happened. So let's go over these mistakes because I need to come up with solutions to these mistakes as well. So, first things first, we didn't W the Akali in that early skirmish. In my opinion, I think there was something wrong with some auto attack because I flashed and I remember putting the auto attack onto Akali, but it just didn't go through. I also remember putting W down onto her, but that also didn't go through. So it left me really confused because what I planned to do didn't go as intended. So although it's kind of a mistake, it's not really something I could say like I did wrong. No, I planned to do it, and it for some reason the game wouldn't do it. So that's very strange to me. But we're gonna pass it on as I didn't W Akali in that fight. So it was a mechanical error. I baited Lee incorrectly. I mean, I shouldn't have baited him. So that's like the second problem because he easily could have killed me. Even with the E bug, he would have killed me because he had flash. So there was no need to do that. I should have just left him with Poppy and lived. Number three, we bought boots. This is an autopilot error, by the way. We bought Ninja Tabis into Akali on my first back. That is incorrect itemization. So build correctly is what I'm trying to say. That's number three. Number four, I fell for a trap that happens if you have demolish. There's this greed that you get more plates, and it would be at the cost of taking some damage from the enemy champion under the enemy tower because you have demolish. You can just go for a quick proc. Sometimes that can mean death because they all in you under the tower and you can't fight back because you're under the tower. So, what I need to do is not fall for that trap that demolish is setting up for me. So, I have to pay attention and not fall for mechan um rune traps like that. There's a couple of other traps as well, such as bone plating as well, because you can live or die because of that rune as well, and some other things. But I fell for a rune trap in that one. Uh, a fifth mistake I did was also I in lane I was eating poke from Akali with her Q and her spacing. If I play in a way where I'm just baiting these abilities out, I can take less damage, and that would have been a lot more helpful. I guess I also could do the lazy thing and get second win during shield. I could do that, but at the same time, I could just eat less poke and do just fine. So that's that. Number six, when I was fighting the Akali, even though she was kiting me and everything, I could have still killed her if I positioned correctly when she was ulting over the wall because I didn't position myself away from the wall jump. If I used my brain there, I could have made sure that she wouldn't R over the wall. That would have been great. I would have gotten the kill, but I didn't do that. So I need to pay attention to champions like that and make sure that I do it. I angle my position to manipulate where she's going to press R to make sure it's not, oh, I'm going to R over the wall. I need to angle correctly. Number seven, it because I've rushed Force of Nature, I'm starting to think maybe the right build should have even changed like entirely. Instead of going Trinity, or should I say Forbidden Tryhard, I should have alternated to Forbidden Velocity because the build path would have been better. I could go Force of Nature into Stride Break and then Death Stance and follow up with a Maw. That would have been a nice little transition in terms of how I'm building my items. Because when I finish 3 items, I get Stride, Death Stance, and Force of Nature, which is really perfect. As for mistake number eight, this actually probably goes with the team problem as well, but this is where I take a bit of accountability, which is I need to learn to adapt to these teams. I need to know when do because yes, sure, I died whilst everyone was doing this, that, the other, in other places. Yes, that may have happened, but if I took a moment to realize, hold on, these players, they're not about this combat type of play style. They're not about this team fighting or something like that. They're not about this kind of play style. They're more of I want to farm and stay far away from fighting and don't do anything stupid. They're more that kind of um, type of team. Then I might as well understand that and not really group as such to fight because they clearly aren't ones to fight. So let's avoid fighting entirely because it wouldn't make any sense to me. I'd just die for no reason. So what I need to do is adapt to the team. Although, to be fair, I'd still lose this game anyway. But in future games, I think this is a very useful advice, I'd say, to adapt to what kind of team you're playing with. Are they farmers or team fighters? What are they trying to do? Are they skirmishers? Are they pokers? What are they doing? What kind of team composition and how are they playing? And my last problem that it's happening recently, but it's level 16 fight panic, because there are times where I'm like, it's because it's in the late game. You do not have that much time to fight these champions. So when you hit someone, you need to make sure that you can get close to them and get closer to them and ult them straight away. You don't have time to wait. You have Death Dance Bleed coming down. You need to hurry up. But at the same time, it makes me panic because then I start ulting the wrong champions and stuff like that. So I need to not only calm down, but like be more in control of what's happening in a level 16 team fight so that I can actually do plays correctly. So what I'm trying to say is don't panic, play properly, more control, chill a little bit, focus a bit more. But yeah, that's man, this is a long video by the way. But I think it had to be done because even though yes, I can blame the team. Like I said, 60% of the problem 60 no 70% of the problem was that my team not being strong enough, or it's not just strength, but it's also the game plan and mindset. The whole thing was out the window for them. Even though that happened, there was still things I could have done as well. So I needed to, what I'm trying to get is that I'm trying to extract mostly that 30% so that I can implement in the other games. As for the 70%, the fixes go next. So yes, with everything said and done, wow, what a video! Thank you for watching the YouTube. Yeah, wow, wow, that was trash. Thank you for watching the video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And watch more videos. Anyways, that's it from me. All my links are down in the description below. Be sure to check my Twitch. And yeah, have a nice day. Peace light.
Nothing but